Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on the 3D Critic channel. Today I'm going to give you guys my performance review on the Curry Fox 1, which is De'Aaron Fox's first signature shoe with Curry brand, which was a huge surprise. I found out a year earlier that he signed on to Curry brand, so it was very curious and very observant to find out when this shoe was going to come out, how it was going to look like, are they going to play like Curry's in general. So now that I have them, they are retailing for $120 on Under Armour's website as well as on Dick's Sporting Goods, which where I got this pair from. So if you guys are interested, I will leave a link in the description box below. Now for the try-on experience, it is very easy. It's pretty straightforward. You just have to loosen up the laces and undo the strap that you get in the midfoot, and you basically slide your foot right in and it's pretty much good to go. And as far as fit is concerned, I would go true to size. The length of the shoe is pretty nice. It does run a little long, but I would still go true to size. And as far as the width is concerned, it feels pretty good, but it does run on the narrow side just a little bit. So as a result of that, for narrow footers, I would probably go true to size as well. While for wide footers, I would probably go half a size because of the narrow foot shape of the shoe itself. So yeah, as far as the try experience goes, pretty straightforward. Unlace them, you're pretty much good to go. And as far as sizing is concerned, go true to size. For narrow footers, go up half a size for wide footers. Now moving into the traction pattern, you are going to get a full-length flow foam outsole with this rippled traction pattern, and you also get this lightning bolt going from the midfoot all the way to the forefoot of the shoe. And typically at this point, when it comes to flow foam outsoles, it provides you insane grip to the point where it's a little too much and kind of crazy at this point. So as far as on a clean court, you're pretty much feeling very quick going side to side, maybe a little too much at times to the point where I'm like toppling myself over. So that was kind of something that I need to get used to. And the same goes for vertical movements. To me, it's probably the best that you can get. When it comes to hard stops, you're basically going to stop immediately, and you also get a quick first step. So you're going to be lightning quick, whether you're going up and down the court or going side to side. However, its main kryptonite is dust, so it picks up dust pretty easily, and I had to frequently wipe them down like every few plays when I was playing them, so that was kind of annoying to deal with. And another annoyance is the durability. Because it is foam, instead of rubber, it wears off pretty quickly, and I noticed wear like the first day that I was playing them. So I would strongly advise playing on these outdoors, because if you do, you're basically going to burn through the whole outsole itself. So to get the best out of this traction, you have to be on an immaculate court, because on dusty conditions, you're going to have to frequently wipe after a few plays. And outdoors, I would avoid them completely because of the foam structure. It is very soft and it's going to burn right through. As long as you're in an immaculate court, it is one of the best that you're going to get, but anywhere else is a no-go. Now, moving into the cushioning setup, you're going to get a dual density flow foam midsole, which is the same exact setup you're going to get in the Curry 11s and in the Curry 12s. To me, I found it to be very responsive and snappy under your foot. Pretty comparable to the Curry 11s in my opinion, so it was kind of a similar experience to the responsiveness and the snappiness under my foot. And it has a nice shank sandwiched in the midsole that starts from the midfoot and into the forefoot, so you're going to have a nice snappy feel under your foot, and you're going to have some nice bounce under your foot as well. So yeah, responsiveness very similar to the Curry 11s. And as you move into the heel, it is nice and comfortable, and you do get this cork shape in the back half to give you a little bit more compression in the heel, but it is still on the firmer side, and it does feel like the Curry 12s in my opinion when it comes to the forgiveness in the heel. So it is pretty comparable to that, and also the impact protection feels pretty good, and it gets the job done at that. So a little bit of the Curry 11s in the forefoot and a little bit of the Curry 12s in the heel. And as you move into fluidity, it is nice and smooth and super quick because of the firmness of the midsole itself. You're going to have pretty much instant heel to toe transitions, and with the shank, it is a nice snappy feel, so you're able to get up and down the court very quickly and instantly. So yeah, a very fast cushioning setup with it being on the firmer side of things. So a little bit of the Curry 11s and a little bit of the Curry 12s when it comes to the cushioning and the De'Aaron Foxes. Now for the materials themselves, you're going to get this textile mesh material in the forefoot, and you're also going to get some more on the lateral and medial side of the shoe, along with this felt material that you get in the toe box, along with some more on the lateral side of the shoe. And when you move in the back, you're going to get some more synthetics on the heel with some decent padding in the heel area, along with a decently padded tongue when it comes down to it, as well as this midfoot strap that you get from the medial, and it wraps all the way to the lateral side of the shoe. And to me, I found to be nice and comfortable and really light under my foot too. I didn't have any pinching in the forefoot, so that was a huge plus. While the padding is minimal on the tongue, I didn't experience any hot spots or lace irritation along the lace line area, so that felt pretty good at the end of the day. Heel padding is minimal, like I said earlier, but it does get the job done as far as comfort. Aesthetically, I really like the design. It is nice and plain. Main highlight of the shoe to me is the midfoot strap with the overall design that you get. And at the very end, you do get a foxtail that is plated in gold, which has a nice touch. And you also get De'Aaron Fox's logo on the top of the tongue, along with this nice furry material that you get around the logo, which feels nice. And you also get this plastic counter in the back, which is pretty cool, with the Curry branded logo on one end, and you also get De'Aaron Fox's signature on the other end, highlighting Fox's partnership with the Curry brand itself. So yeah, a very nice shoe as far as the aesthetics go. Materials look really nice and comfortable while being light at the same time, and the aesthetics look really nice with the hints of De'Aaron Fox's play style and stuff like that, which is pretty cool to me, and it is a nice start to De'Aaron Fox's line with Curry brand. Now, for the lockdown itself, to me, it's actually pretty good, but there are one or two issues here and there that are like a little bit of a nitpick in my opinion. But firstly, as far as forefoot is concerned, fit is almost perfect, so you won't experience any sliding laterally or vertically. Vertically, you do get a little bit of length with the dead space that you get, but you don't slide forward into the shoe, so forefoot's pretty good. In the midfoot, it is pretty simple with the lacing system basically integrated with the material itself, so you're going to have a nice wrap. However, it is enhanced even further with the midfoot strap, so you're going to have nice containment, and it's going to act like a shrink wrap with the strap on top of it, so you're going to have a really nice wrapping feel when it comes to the midfoot strap that you get in the midfoot. And as you move into the heel, it is decent. The sculpting in the back of the shoe clips the heel in place, but the padding around it is very thin. So if someone steps on the back half of your shoe, you're basically going to fly out and you're going to lose a shoe in the process. So yeah, that was like my main concern as far as the heel lockdown is, in my opinion. As long as you don't get stepped on in the back, you're basically good to go. And when I was playing, I didn't notice my heel slipping out of the shoe. So at the end of the day, it is a pretty solid lockdown setup. Just be mindful to make sure no one steps on the back half of the shoe, because it is fairly easy to get the back half of the shoe out with the minimalistic padding that you get, but you do get some sculpting. That way it just keeps it to place slightly. But yeah, overall, forefoot lockdown is pretty good. Midfoot lockdown is good with the strap, and the heel lockdown is pretty good. Just be mindful that if someone steps on it, you're going to lose a shoe. And lastly, as far as support is concerned, it is borderline good in my opinion. There are some areas of improvement as far as the support is concerned. One instance is in the lateral support. In the forefoot, you do get the midsole, which is sloped outward to give you some lateral stability. However, you sit right above the midsole, so you're going to basically be relying on the material itself, which has some rigidity with the felt material, but once you get on the tippy side of things, it will lead you to rolling your ankle, which I experienced personally. And other instances, if you are a heavier player, you are going to collapse under your own weight with just the material holding on to you. So if you're a heavier player and you're relying on the material, and this is basically going to roll on you and you're going to roll your ankle as a result, it does slightly get better in the midfoot. You do get a little more support from the felt material that you get here in the midfoot, and the midsole does ride up to the material, but it is very slight, so it is just borderline good in the midfoot. As you move into the heel, it is pretty good. The plastic clip that you get, along with an internal heel counter that you get, and you also get this midsole bulge, so you're going to have some stability and some slopiness in the midsole itself, so you're going to have some support on the back half of the shoe, along with the clips that you get, as well as the heel counter. So pretty good in the heel, and at this point it just gets better as far as lateral support is concerned as you get further back into the shoe. As far as torsion support is concerned, it is very good though. The shank in the midfoot and also extends into the forefoot, giving the shoe really a nice rigid base, which is a little too stiff in my opinion, but if you want really nice balance inside the shoe, you're going to get it in the midfoot, and you're going to get a little bit of flexibility in the forefoot, so you are going to get some springiness when it comes down to it. The base is fairly wide in the front and in the back, so that enhances the stability that you get from the shoe itself. So yeah, pretty good as far as the torsional support is concerned and the base of the shoe itself. The only issue that I have is the lateral support, especially in the forefoot, but it does make up for it as it slowly improves it once you get further back into the shoe. So yeah, it's borderline good. There is some room for improvement as far as the support is concerned, but what you get, it's just borderline good. So to sum it up for you guys, the Curry Fox 1 is a pretty solid shoe when it comes to comparing them in the Curry line, in my opinion. To me, I find it in between the Curry 11 and in the Curry 12. The traction is very comparable to the two. Nice and grippy, but it does pick up dust, and it is gonna burn through once you bring it outside. So keep it on a immaculate cord, and you're gonna have really nice grip. Cushioning is a mix between the Curry 11 and the Curry 12, so you're gonna have a little bit of both as far as the cushioning setup is concerned. Material is very nice, and the overall aesthetics of it are pretty cool. The lockdown is pretty good, with one issue that I came across. Support is borderline good. There is a little bit of room for improvement, so I'm looking forward to that. So all of this for $120 is actually a pretty solid deal, considering that the Currys are going for upwards to $160, maybe even $140, depending on the colorway. So cheaper Curry shoe, in my opinion, when it comes down to it. In between the Curry 11s and the Curry 12s, to me, I find the Curry 12s to be a little bit better. But as far as comparing it to the Curry 11s, I do like this a little bit more. And a very solid start to a De'Aaron Fox's line with Curry brand, which is very exciting to see, and I can't wait for the Fox 2s. Thank you guys for watching this video. This has been my performance review of the Curry Fox 1s. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and comment down below on what you think of the Fox 1s. Are they better than the Curry 11s, or are they better than the Curry 12s? I'd like to know your thoughts on that, along with any other questions that you might have. If you'd like to stay up to date with future videos that I'll be posting, hit the subscribe button down below. It'll greatly support the channel as well. And if you would like to see my reviews on the Curry 11s and 12s, I will leave it on the corners of the screen right here. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, all of that information will be in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day. I hope this was beneficial to you guys. And until next time, keep shooting.